What's up guys? So in today's video you learn how to build a maintenance page. As you can see, I have a website already hosted and I was using Cyclic, which is a web hosting services for hosting full stack web applications, but I got an email from them, think May 11th, that they are shutting down. And I'll leave this little blog post in the description, and I'll also leave a more detailed blog post on my take on the whole thing. And so that's about it. So if you visit this page now, you get this message letting you know that we're currently working on the website to enhance the experience. But if you come to the local code, this is how the website looks like. So these data were not there because they actually stored in Cyclic, and the reason I chose Cyclic is because this project was React for the front end and Node.js with MongoDB for the back end. So Cyclic is very easy. You just have to connect your GitHub account, set up environmental variables, and that's just all you need to do. You just have to push changes. And now I'm migrating to Sanity, which is a CMS, a headless CMS. Okay, with that being said, let's just build this interface. Alright guys, I have VS Code open, and don't worry if you are seeing a bunch of components. Like I said, it's an actual application that I'm working on. And do let me know if you actually need a video on how I built this. But if I head back to VS Code, yeah, so we'll need to create a component for the maintenance page. So we head over to this pages right here and just create a component, and we'll say maintenance dot gsx. So crafc. So RAFC is a code snippet from let me just quickly bring it out. ES7, yeah, this one. So it's more like a boilerplate for creating GXS. So get rid of this, I don't need this. Let's quickly write the GSX. Come back to this, okay. And I'm using SAS for my styling. And SAS is more like a superset of CSS that allows you to do more things with CSS. So, and I have some pre-made styles that I will just bring in. So first of all, get rid of this one. And also you can do this with any application and any framework you're using. So you just have to create a component for it, style that component, and just write a logic to show if the website is under maintenance, show this particular component. So let's just say, give this a class name of maintenance. Inside it, we'll have an overflow, a class of overflow, because the overflow is this dark background you're seeing right here. So we'll say overlay, rather, I said overflow, overlay. So overlay, and under this we'll bring in a container class so that I don't get stuck at the edges. And I already have styles for this. Inside that, bring another class called flow and another class called content. So inside this content right now, we say the h1 should be maintenance for in progress, I think. Progress. can spell maintenance well. Maintenance. Alright. And I think we have the other text. Let's just copy this right. So we'll say under this TP tag and put this here. And outside this content, we'll bring this h2, bring an h2 rather, and just put this in, paste it right here. And lastly, we'll bring a p tag to, let's say, okay, copy this, paste it right here. So if we head back to our main code, see, we can't see it right now. So let's quickly show it before we start styling it. So we'll head over to our app component, which is where everything actually is. So under this pages here, just bringing that maintenance component we created. So maintenance. So what we need to do right now is right here, and this can be done separate different ways. You can do this from a backend, but I just wanted to just show something quickly. So we can just say const and check if it's under maintenance. Can't seem to spell maintenance for some reason. I'll set it to true default, and just do a conditional range and say if it's under maintenance, then you just return this maintenance component right here. So yeah, so even though you try to hit an endpoint and say about, you'll still end up having the same page right here. In case if you are wondering why it's changing to dark mode, I have light mode and dark mode enabled. That's why. So now that I have this all set, and the container class is already kicking in, as you can see. So let's just quickly style it. So all you have to do right now is to come to these pages and create a source file. In my case, yours can just be a tailwind style or a normal regular CSS. So we'll call this maintenance.css. I have an index file which I have to just forward the maintenance. Okay, get rid of this one, and let's just come here and we just copy these abstracts, because this is where the colors and most stuff are being stored. Paste it right here, and let's just start styling it. So we'll see maintenance. Can't seem to spell maintenance today. Let me just copy this down just to make the process faster. And we'll set the height to 100 VH, viewport height, to take the entire height of the viewport. So we say I have, like I said, I have some CSS SAS default styles. Let me bring it out. Yeah, you abstract. So mixins. So I have different mixins. So instead of me start writing display flex align items every time, I just have a shorthand for doing it. So I have different ones. I think we'll be using this one right now and this one. So we need to add flex. So we just say include and say flex. So this should be outside. So this is for the align items and this is for the justify content. So if we check now, it should be at the middle. So while we are there, let's also add the background color of var, and let me set this to background color of background, and this should be background color because we're bringing in an image, which is this image you're seeing at the background right here. So we say URL assets, can't seem to get assets. So assets or maintenance or JPG. Then we'll say at include image property, set this to initial. So essentially, if we go to the mixins again, so actually this is for the attachment. So we are setting the attachment to be initial, but these ref styles will still apply by default. So if we go back and say if we are not seeing the image right now for some weird reasons, so let me add a width of 100% as well. Still not seeing the image. I think it's related to the way I brought in the image. So let me remove this. Okay, right now the image is showing. So you just have to change the path. So the image is really bright and this text is not lining up. So let's quickly bring the overlay. So set position of relative right here, and with SAS we can nest CSS class inside another CSS class. I believe it's done with native CSS, but SAS is much more better. So we just bring in the overlay inside, because the overlay is inside the maintenance, as you can see right here. So we can start with inside and just say position should be absolute, height should be 100%, width as well. Then background color should be RGBA, should be 00. The blue should be 0, while the alpha should be 0.9. And let's push it back. So it's still there, we just have to bring a Z index of 1 here to actually push it forward. Now we can see the text. So let's just quickly style this text you are seeing right here. So we'll give this a max width of like, let me see something. Okay, so grab the flow class and set a max width of, let's say 700 pixels, and margin right of auto. So sorry guys, most of the times I do this from the top of my head, so bear with me. Let's also add a give this a bigger font size, and we also have to push this down. So let's bring in the content and say margin bottom should be like 1 rem. Let's set the h1 to be font size of 3.2 rem. Okay, yeah, but I just realized something, that if we go to mobile, this font size will still be big. So what we need to do is to copy this, and I have a breakpoint set down. I say at large screens, just set the h1 to this font size, so we don't need this other one. Okay, Yeah, so at smaller screens, this will go, it will only appear at large screens. So that being said, let's still bump up the p tag for both of them and say font size should be 1.1 rem. Okay, and lastly, let's just still do the same for this. Let's say h2 should be a font size of, let's say 2.5 rem. This should work. I think 2.5 is the default. So let's leave it at 3. Okay, so I'm sure, yeah, the h2 is not inside this content. It's actually in the flow. So we can come to the flow and say at include large, set this to this. It should work now. Yeah, let's just bring it down to 2.5. Just say it's full rem. Okay, I think it's quite different from the one we have here. So work with this. So guys, that's just about it. If you found the video helpful, do leave a like and share to someone. And also you might also want to watch this video as well.